It is the first day of May and the start of another week in my fourth grade class. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Marily Sanchez and I'm a fourth grade teacher in South Florida. Today is the start of week 34 and it is our big testing week. Tomorrow my students will take the FSAT, which is a FAST assessment, Florida Assessment for Student Thinking, in reading tomorrow, ELA, and on Friday for math. So I am doing last minute preparations to get my room ready for testing. So I wanted to show you a little bit of what I need to prepare or finish preparing, and then I'll show you an after clip so that you can see how it's all ready to go for tomorrow morning. Now, before I do that, I wanted to let you know what my students have been working on this morning and this evening, or this afternoon, not evening. I start on Mondays with my homeroom block 1, and they were going over different passages from our Wonders unit assessments that I specifically chose to go over certain reading skills that I needed them to go over. So they were working in groups, and as the students worked in groups and they finished the answers, they came up to me and I verified, and for every answer they got correct, they were able to come to the board and choose the numbers from the 100 board that would deliver or show the points that they earned for those questions they answered correctly. This is the 100 boards that I created here on PowerPoint, and I made it so that if I touch any of these numbers, I get a point value. So that one gave me 10 points. If I go to 33, I get 1 point, etc. So as I go and I have students choose the different values that they want, see that one has 25 points, they'll add up the score based on how many numbers they were able to flip over, and then they will start another round. During round 2, they got another passage, and they had to do the same thing, work as a team, answer the questions, and for every answer they got correct, they will unveil other numbers to show the score that they will get for that. They kept doing it up to 3 rounds. Most of my teams were able to make it to round 3, but the other ones made it to round 2, which is fine. I was able to total up all the scores, and tomorrow I'll let the students know which teams were in first, second, third, and so forth. Depending on their place, I will award dojo points accordingly. So first place will get 5 dojo points as a team. Second place will get 4 points. Third place will get 3 points, etc. So that is what we worked on, not just with my morning group block 1, but also with my block 2 this afternoon after lunch. We also had personality pictures today. So the students after lunch, we were there for 45 minutes or so, getting photos taken, and then after that we came to class and we were working on that activity. So right now, let me show you what I need to work on to prepare for tomorrow's test. What I'm going to tackle next is taking down all the posters for the Magic of Growth mindset. I mean, I could cover them and leave them there, but honestly, we're right now towards the end of the school year, and I may use this bulletin board for something else and move these posters in another place next year. So I'm just going to remove the staples and just leave it as a blank bulletin board. So I'll work on that first. I also was debating whether I would remove the shields. I mean, I don't think they are going to be a problem. So I'm thinking of just leaving them as is, if not just covering the bottom, which reveals like the quotes for each house. So if you don't know what this is part of one of my TPT resources, which is my house system. So I have a whole house system guide that includes these, and I just printed the shields in a 4x4 poster through PDF, and I have a color printer, so I was able to print them in color, and then I taped them over and had the school librarian laminate them for me a couple years ago. So that's how I was able to create these, and this is our unifying shield. So we'll see about that. The other bulletin boards are just empty, and I just finished cleaning up my whiteboard. I'm thinking of leaving my class rules up there. I don't think it'll be a problem, and my calendar there as is. But the other major thing I need to work on is making sure that I organize the desks so that they're in like a U formation, since they're going to be taking the assessment on a computer. So right now the desks are like in groups, and I had my daily affirmations cards in here, but I removed them just in case someone says it gives them like an aid. So I need to put these desks in a U so that I can just monitor from the center of the room to make sure everybody is on task working on their assessment. So that's what I'm going to be working on for the next couple minutes. And once I am done doing that, I will let you know how it looks, give you a post clip. and then I'll be on my way, because today also starts my birthday month. My birthday is at the end of the month on May 27th, but I made a little thing to help me celebrate me each day of this month, as well as maybe encourage me, or actually encourage myself, to draw every day. So this is the calendar that I created for myself. As you can see, there's a day of the week there at the top, and I didn't put numbers for the days, but it does include different activities that I want to do for myself each day of this month until the end. So today, I'm going to treat myself to a new notebook and pen, because tomorrow I'm going to write a love letter to myself. And another thing that I did was a daily doodles prompt for the month of May as well. So today, I want to doodle a field of sunflowers in my sketchbook that I have at home. So those are the little prompts that I have for the month of May and my daily birthday celebrations. So let me get going and getting this room prepared for testing tomorrow, and I will check in with you once I'm done. Just finished setting up the room, so let me show you the after clip. So here is that bulletin board. I took down the Magic of Growth mindset and put it away. And this is how the desks look. I spent some time cleaning the desks as well, because the students had written on them and there was marker and all that stuff. And I did put the privacy shields right on top of the desk so they're ready to go tomorrow. So I had to add this group here in the middle, just because there wasn't enough space for me to keep going that way and allow enough space for this person and this person to sit there. So this is what we're working with, and this is where I'm going to stand in the middle of the room so I can scan around and see the progress that the students are making. So that is it for today, Monday. I will let you know how everything goes tomorrow. See you then. It's the end of the day, Tuesday, and we have made it, my friends. Whoa, it's been a very long day of testing. This morning, we started with a little bump in the road, or should I say a big bump in the road. They gave me a computer cart with brand new computers, and I thought that we're ready to go. But when I turned them on and I restarted them to see if they had updates and things like that, some of them started updating, but then not all the icons were on the desktop, including our secure browser icon. So we had to wait a long time for the computers to slowly get the icons, and they were not coming in the same order. So instead of starting this morning around 9, we started at 11:41. But all my students were able to finish because they have until the end of the school day to finish, and they did. We finished at around 2:36, and yeah, the scores will be up in the portal within an hour or two after we finish. So around, what is it now, 3:33. So in the next few minutes, or maybe in the next hour, they'll be up. But I'm going to wrap up pretty soon because they're doing free teacher appreciation food at TGI Fridays. So I'm going to go with one of my 4th grade colleagues and friend, and we're going to get some free food because I'm starving. I hardly ate anything for lunch. So yeah, I'm also very exhausted. But we're done with fast testing for ELA. Tomorrow is a regular school day in our classroom, and on Thursday as well, Friday is our fast math test day. But very proud of my students. I just told them just do your best and forget the rest, right? All right, so that's all I have for today, Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow.
Hello everyone, it's the end of the day on Wednesday. I just wanted to give you an update how our day went. Today I saw both of my classes. Since yesterday I was only with my homeroom, it was very nice to spend time with both. And I shared the students their scores, and we celebrated all their gains and progress, no matter how small, because progress is progress, no matter how small. And we started reading the shared read, the energy debate in our Wonders Unit 6 weeks 1 and 2. So little by little, getting back to a regular lesson structure. Tomorrow will be a regular instructional day, and then on Friday the students take their math test. So all in all, it was a really nice day. Pretty short since it's early release Wednesday, and I'm ready to go home because I'm exhausted. I will see you tomorrow. Hello everyone, we have made it to the end of the day. Thursday is quite late because I got caught up with finishing some things that are due, and I needed to log in for my evening PD. Today is the last day of that PD. So I am here and it's 8 o'clock p.m. So today, both classes, we were working on Wonders Unit 6, weeks 1 and 2, which deals with how our uses of energy have changed over the years. So with both classes, we make sure we reviewed the video again, the study blast, and worked on, actually I read the read aloud to them, Light Through the Ages, and then we worked on our shared read, answering those fine text evidence questions. So tomorrow, the students are actually taking their math state assessment. So I'll be testing again. I wish I had more time to organize the desks right now, but the custodians are already asking me when I'm gonna go, and it's already starting to get dark. So I'll try my best to wake up early tomorrow and get to school around 7:30 so I can get all the desks set up, all the computers out, ready to go, so that the students can sign in after attendance is taken and after announcements, and they can try their best and show what they know on the math assessment. So I know it's a really quick check-in on this Thursday, but there's not much to say. I don't want to bore you with the same old of how we introduce a unit and work through the shared read, but it's just how it is with this week being test week, and we're just trying to do what we can to get the students prepared so they can do their best. I'm very proud of their scores overall in reading. They did an amazing job, and next week I will look for some ways with my co-teacher to celebrate their hard work and effort. All right, so that's all I have to share for today, Friday Eve. I'll see you tomorrow for our actual Friday. Hello everyone, we have made it to the end of the day on Friday. We had a very successful last day of testing with math. I had my homeroom the entire day, and I forgot to show a clip this morning, but yesterday, before I left, after I left you, I actually arranged the desk in the U formation that I needed for testing. After school, I cleaned up the classroom and rearranged the desk in a new way. It is a butterfly with a row in the front. So I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. I also have been staying here pretty late today. It's 7 o'clock, I believe. 7:06, because I wanted to finish my portfolio. It's not really portfolio, but my IPEGS documentation for our summative meetings where we get our end of the year evaluations. And this year I decided to do it a little bit different and really make it look super professional and use a binder. I haven't done that in years, but I did want to do that. So I'll kind of show you the heading pages. I can't show you a lot of the things that are in the binder, obviously because of personal private information for my students, but what I can show you, I will show you, and that'll be the end. I just finished planning for next week, which is week 35. I can't believe it, but we actually have about 5 weeks. No, 5 weeks left. We have 3 full weeks in May, and the last week of May has 3 days in May and 2 days in June, and then we have one last week of June. So yeah, still time to go. So we are now getting the students ready for 5th grade. And the math scores actually started coming out much quicker than the reading scores on Tuesday. So the math teacher, my co-teacher, was able to share my students' score or level at the end of the school day. So they were able to celebrate, and we're very proud of all our students and how well they did in both reading and math. So without further ado, let me go ahead and first show you my new classroom seating arrangement. So this is how it looks, and basically, I guess if you were to kind of look at it this way, that's one wing of the butterfly, and that's the other wing of the butterfly. And then here in the front, I just have a row of 5 because I didn't want to crowd more this section here, and I'm going to see how it works out for next week. And then, I always tweak it as needed, and I put back our rug area, put back together. It's all clean and tidy. Yeah, ready to go for week 35. So now let me show you my binder for my IPEGS documentation. So here's the cover sheet that I created for it. I can't remember exactly what IPEGS stands for, but it basically includes all the professional standards that we get evaluated on. Teachers get evaluated on 8 different professional standards, and one of them is the state test. So that's the one that I am not reflecting in this binder because obviously that is determined by the state. So first we start with my DPGT, actually not DPGT, my DPGT is over here, which stands for Deliberate Practice Growth Target. And at the beginning of the year, we had to do the reflection and development section, which was the focus, the growth target, and the plan of action. And I just finished doing the reflection and outcome, and I digitally sent it to my administrator, but I put a copy of it in here. This is my IPEGS cover letter for standards 7 and 6. And this is my first section. And I created all these on Canva. So this is Professional Standard 2, Knowledge of Learners, and I actually put what that standard stands for. And behind here, I have a sample of the personality quiz that I did at the beginning of the school year for my students. And it explains a little bit about what those houses are. And then on the next couple of pages, I have the houses that the students were sorted into. Another thing that I have in this section that I can show you is actually information on the students, like their student ID numbers, their date of birth, information if they're ELL students, what is the date that they entered a school in the United States, state assessment scores from last year when they were in 3rd grade. So that is Professional Standard 2. Then the next one is Professional Standard 3, which is Instructional Planning. For this one, I just included copies of sample lesson plans so that they can see the different things that I include in my lesson plans. And then I also include my small group rosters so that they can see how I group students to differentiate instruction. So that's what goes under this one, or what I'm including. Then we have Professional Standard 4, Instructional Delivery and Engagement. In this one, I have a screenshot of one of the GimKit games that we played, but I wanted to include this in case my administrator doesn't know what GimKit is. This is from Common Sense Media. So it's just a little review of GimKit so that they know what it is. And then I showed an example of a GimKit that we played, as well as an example of the Attack the Castle game that we have played this year several times. Next, we have the Professional Standard 5, which is assessment. And I can't show you what's behind here, but basically is examples of how I have analyzed data for my students throughout the school year. And I can at least show you this, which compares both of my classes and how they did in their Wonders, growth monitoring, or progress monitoring reading assessments. Then we have communication, which has basically samples of Class Dojo messages that I have done with parents, emails, etc., so that they can see a sample of the type of communication that I not only do with my students and their families, but also with my fellow colleagues and stakeholders from the district. Which under that section, I also include our grade level meeting agenda as a sample so that they can see how our grade level has met. Then we have Professional Standard 7, which is professionalism, and that one goes over all the different professional development activities that we have completed this year, as well as I included the most recent certificate that I got when Marcia Tate came a few Saturdays ago, or maybe 1 or 2 Saturdays ago, as well as samples of the PDs that I myself have done for teachers in the past couple of months. And I also included in here my Minecraft Club poster that I created because I sponsored the club this year for the first time, as well as some photos from Literacy Night. Finally, we have Professional Standard 8, Learning Environment, and I just included a few pictures to show samples of what my classroom looks like. So that, my friends, is my IPEGS binder, and as I'm leaving right now, I'm going to go down to the office and leave it in the space that I'm supposed to leave it. And pretty soon, maybe next week, I'll start signing up for a date when I can meet with my administrator, the person who evaluated me, did my observation, my classroom observation, and they will go over how I performed this school year and give me my final evaluation. So that is all that I wanted to share today. I am so exhausted. This week has felt like 10 years. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. Oh, and I forgot to show you. Yesterday was Star Wars Day, so I wore my Look Like a Princess, Teach Like a Jedi shirt, And I forgot to bring this lightsaber, but since today is May 5th, it's Revenge of the 5th, or the Sith, which is the dark side of the Force. So I brought the lightsaber today, and I thought it would be a cool idea to bring it today, and the students were very excited. So, yes, May the 4th be with you and Revenge of the 5th. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me in this week's vlog. Week 34 is done. If you enjoyed coming along with me, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought or any questions you may have. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a beautiful, magical day, and don't forget to smile. Hello dreamers, wishers, and magical thinkers. Thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video and for showing your support. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on my picture down here. You can also check out my latest videos here and here. Don't forget to believe in the magic that's inside you because you are capable of great things. See you next time.